everything ready to not have it ready at all. Call it Ready Pack. What's going on, Uncompetitor? How you doing? I am going to send out these notifications that I'm live, not alive. And then we're gonna get started. Anybody wants to pop in here, pop in. Assassin's Creed Valhalla got officially announced yesterday. The gameplay reveal is gonna be today. I'm not. So what would surprise me about Assassin's Creed Valhalla is that they would announce it for PS5 and Xbox Series X at the end of the trailer. That would surprise me, but it shouldn't. What really would surprise me is if they said that the gameplay that we're watching today is running on next generation hardware, console hardware. That would be awesome. There's no disclaimer at the bottom saying what hardware it's running on. I would assume that it's running on PC. But again, a lot of developers, I've noticed this generation, all of their gameplay trailers have been running on some sort of console because they can produce those good graphics. I know that PlayStation always did that when it comes to their first-party exclusives. When they showed them off, it was always in-game, always gameplay from the PS4, or mainly the PS4 Pro once that came out. And I expect that to go forward. I think that that's the way to go. I don't think you should have to do any more cinematics. These systems have been powerful for multiple generations. You didn't need to do cinematics in your game or to advertise them. Just show off the gameplay. Okay, so I got that notification right there. I'm gonna go post that up. And then let me proceed to Twitter. Get that notification set. And then we'll be good. All three of them. Okay, we are live. Let's go see if the comment section's loading up. Because that's what I really want, obviously. So, I got that notification right there. Okay, I see everybody's comment, but it's not on screen, so give me let me fool around with this. I know you guys, it's no fucking secret, I've been looking for a PC. Just because I want a powerful PC that, let me just put it this way, is a little future proof for me, meaning it will last a long time. Doesn't mean I'm using that PC for gaming purposes. Obviously, I need a more powerful PC than the one I got in 2014. The one I got in 2014, I think it was about $500. I think it was about $500 something dollars. I had yet again another PC fan laugh at my choice of laptop, talking about how weak it is. And I hope they understand that it just doesn't bother me. I'm not getting a new laptop for gaming purposes. I'm getting it for YouTube. I'm getting it for streaming. It's definitely gonna have to be powerful if I want it to be doing the shit that I've been trying to do flawlessly on this laptop. Again, this laptop can do a lot of the shit that I want to do, but even to be more ambitious than I am right now with this type of content that I want to produce to you guys, this laptop's not cutting it. I want it to cut, but it's not cutting. Um, Something's going on with the chat. I'm gonna go reload the chat box section up, and y'all stuff should be loading up. I saw the super chat. Let me go get that one real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. Height is there, and width is there. I think it's 190. Oh, there we go. Okay, the chat's loading up. I don't know why I gotta keep redoing that. Again, that's either a disconnect between Streamlabs or I could blame it on the laptop. I don't want to blame everything on the laptop being weak, but it's obviously not weak if it lasted from 2014 to 2020. Like, it lasted as long as the PS4. But the thing is, I can't really play like games that would run on a PS4 on this. And again, this laptop costs more than my PS4, but my PS4 can do more than this laptop. Even when I got the PS4 Pro, it was $400. This laptop was, again, still a good price of $500, something like that. And this laptop just can't do it. So that's I think that's a $2 super chat from Rice Eater. You said Microsoft already used smoke and mirrors with Hellblade 2. Exactly. Like, they're going to start off the gen like that. They did it with Halo Elite. Remember the very first little teaser trailer? That was not in-game. Then they tried to show the best that they could show for Halo Infinite, which would always be in a cutscene. Cutscenes will obviously look a lot better than gameplay, except for when you're talking to people like Naughty Dog, where they can seamlessly have the cutscene and the gameplay look almost identical. I do expect Sony to go forward with photo mode. Like, every first party exclusive should have it, or I don't know, maybe, this is just a crazy brainstorm. Maybe the PS4, sorry, PS5, maybe the PS5 would be so powerful that it'll have photo mode like built into the system, and it can activate it from any game. It's a crazy brainstorm. It probably won't happen, but what's going on Competitive? How you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's raining right now. It makes me want to just stay in bed all
Yeah, I
day.
think it's just started raining here.
Yep.
Are you having some cereal?
Yeah. I don't eat breakfast normally. I love breakfast. It's a great part of the day, obviously. Important part of the day, but sometimes I'm just so busy. But I spent a good amount of time looking at laptops. I was looking at my funds. Like, my check looks really, really healthy. Then the stimulus check and then my other check, all of that shit was built on it. And I was like, man, I got enough to buy a real good laptop. But if I don't get one, if I don't order it between now and Sunday, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold on to this money and just let it build on my next check. You know, me getting a $1,000 laptop, if it means I can do what I want to do on it, I will definitely do it. But that's just me. Again, I'm not going the gaming route, but I want it to be powerful enough to do what I want to do. Now, if somebody can recommend me a laptop that's gonna do what I need to do with streaming and shit with no fuck ups or anything, and some sort of future proof, I'm cool with it. I would buy a fucking $300 or $400 laptop if it could do everything I needed to do. I'm not going the desktop route because I'm not prepared to go that route yet. Because as soon as I go desktop route, PC weirdos are gonna come out talking about you should get this processor and this. No, if I'm doing any upgrade to a desktop or getting a new laptop, it's for live stream purposes. It's for editing videos. It's for YouTube. It's for Twitch. It's not for gaming. Why would I get a fucking gaming PC if I'm planning on getting a PS5 day one? So please, when you see me looking at laptops, when you see me trying to get something new, it's not because I'm switching over. It's because I need something so I can produce better quality for you guys. That's what I want. I want the channel to be even higher quality. My gameplay captures on YouTube, I want them to be of a higher quality. Maybe 4K with 60 frames. And I'm talking about gameplay, not live streams. So, that's what I want. As far as live streams, I want all my live streams to be 1080p 60. I could do that on the PS4 Pro. I don't know why a laptop can't fucking do it. But, I guess they're built different. I just hate when PC fans tell me, like, PC is superior, but I can never spend $400 for a desktop or a laptop that can do exactly what the PS4 Pro is doing, which is putting out 1080p 60 frames live streams, and I struggle to fucking do 720p live streams. I don't like that shit. I hate that shit. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Makes no sense. Call it sense back. Okay, it looked like Sick Humor might have came through with a recommendation. I know he knows a lot about PCs. I'm probably going to be communicating more with him on what to get next. And he'll help me. Because I don't think I feel comfortable going to the PC port begging troll community. Fuck these guys. They can eat a dick. Let me see. Okay, we got a notification out for only 2 places. I've been slacking. Let me hurry up and quickly get the notifications up for the PlayStation Shit. For the PlayStation Legion. Okay, we got that. We're hitting them up on Discord. Let them know we're live. And then head on over to Facebook for a little bit of goodwill. Go let them know I'm live too. Okay, who we're gonna tag? Family members. All that.
You got me. Now I'm it. But oh no, I can't run. I guess you win.
What the fuck is wrong with my phone? I don't know. My phone just fucking talked to me.
I know.
It's fucking weird. Okay. Let's try to ignore that. We gotta tag 85,000 people. Because we are live. Talking about a live pack. We good on this one. I think we're good. We're going to tag 80 people. I'm going to go over here to the PlayStation Legion of Gamers and Gamers United page that I run on Facebook. Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't beaten Death Stranding, I apologize. If you haven't beaten Horizon Zero Dawn, I apologize. From this day forward, I will be seeking out PC gamers only, and I will be spoiling the stories for them. The reason why I'm not going after PC trolls is like I broke down to you the day before. it's in the name. They're trolls. They have no real intention on buying these games. These are the same individuals I go back to check up on and discuss with them that the game they were petitioning to get put on another platform is currently on that platform of their choice, and they most of the time don't even understand or recognize that the game is available for them. And second of all, they had no intention, of course. And then third, they say, hey, well, I want to wait for my favorite YouTuber to put up a review, and if he thinks it's good, then I will buy it. So, those are the 3 stages of PC fans getting what they want. Not knowing but not caring, and third, knowing, not caring, pretending to care if someone else thinks it's good. So, that they like, of course. Even though the game has been out for like a year or more on another platform, and they've obviously watched some of their favorite live streamers that are real gamers because they have a console, play these games all the way through, they still pretend like they're going to go buy the game, even though they spoiled the whole fucking experience for themselves by watching somebody live stream it. So, if for there are PC fans, let me address this real quick. There are PC fans telling me that I spoiled Death Stranding for them. I have never spoiled Death Stranding for them up until this moment, up until today. The first spoiler I put out for Death Stranding was today that I typed. Now, if you saw me play through Death Stranding, I was not purposely spoiling it. I am a content creator. I don't like to use that title because I'm just Jay. That's how I see myself. I am Jay the Gamer. I like to play video games primarily on PlayStation. All I did was play through Death Stranding, which was a single player experience. Not only did I play through it to finish the story, I played through it to get the platinum. So not only did you see the journey of the story, you saw the journey of a gamer completing the game 100%. Did the same thing for Horizon Zero Dawn that I know of. So again, was not purposely spoiling the game, I just played the game. It's a very double standard there, because if you watch your favorite YouTuber or your favorite Twitch superstar play through a game to get that information to try to spoil it for a PlayStation gamer you don't like, you don't call that person you were just watching, you didn't say that they spoiled it for you. But they did. But if I play through a game, I'm spoiling it for you. So what? I'm not supposed to play through the game that you don't have access to? No. I'm still going to play the game. So I'm letting everybody know. PC fans have spoiled the game for me about 2-3 days ago. And they continue to go to my comment section on YouTube, make new accounts on Twitter to spam me, and go out of their way to spoil it for me. So again, I'm not going out of my way to talk to these individuals. Those individuals are immediately getting blocked. However, the people that I do know play games on PC that, for whatever reason, and it's only a small percentage of them, that did not play Death Stranding yet, did not know anything about Death Stranding's story, I will be able to spoil the whole story within 2 sentences. Very, very short sentences. And it will be a more devastating spoiler than The Last of Us. See, you told me the end of The Last of Us, right? You told me about the characters, or the event that concerns the characters, right? But the journey will obviously be better. Now, Death Stranding has a great journey. But once I ruin it, that journey won't even matter. So, am I pulling back on this? No. There's nothing you can do. You've unleashed this. So if that's what you want, this is what you're getting. I don't want to hear the excuse that, well, it was a disgruntled employee at Naughty Dog that leaked it. Yes, he leaked the information. But what happened with the information next was not on him. It's just like you're not going to blame him for leaking the information. You don't fault him. You don't say that he was wrong for leaking the information. So you were happy that he leaked the information. Then you went on and took that information and you proceeded to spoil the game. He is the leaker, but you guys are the spoiler. You see what I'm saying? Two different things. Now, when you hear a PlayStation fan say anything about it being wrong that he did what he did, PC fans primarily will come out and support the person that leaked out the information because they like what he did. And they know what he did will hurt PlayStation gamers. Now, I hear a small faction of PC fans every so often say that Sony should put all their games on PC because they're not in direct competition. The way that the PC community is acting right now, you obviously know we're in direct competition. You're threatened by us. You're threatened that we will get a good game and enjoy it, a game that you know will never be on your platform, and you don't want to see us enjoy it before you do. So you went on to spoil it for PlayStation gamers that you've had problems with in the past. Yeah, obviously, I'm number one on that list. And that's cool. You know, I did have my Twitter account probably like locked for less than 24 hours. I proceeded to say, fuck it. I'm going to unlock it because, you know, they were going to find ways around it to spoil it for me anyway. And they did, obviously, the ending. But they didn't spoil the whole game. They didn't spoil the gameplay elements. They didn't talk about trees. They didn't talk about animals. They just proceeded to spoil only one section of the game. Getting to that point is going to matter more. Okay, let me put it this way. We had dickheads going around spoiling the story for Avengers Infinity War, right? Or Endgame. They went around telling everybody that Robert Downey Jr. Dies at the end of the game. At the end of the movie. And then, not only that, they showed the picture of him dead. Right? That's what they did for Avengers Endgame. I still went out, paid for a movie ticket, paid for almost, what was it, $18-something for candy and a drink and nachos. And I saw that movie day fucking one. I saw it day one. And I think I watched that movie 3 other times all the way through. And still watch other parts of that movie every so often because I have the whole movie on my cell phone. And after this, I'm probably going to go on and buy the Blu-ray and watch it again. That's just how it is. So they spoiled the ending, but I still enjoy the shit out of the movie. So understand that. It's like that sometimes. Like the game itself is better than what you think the spoiler is going to fuck up the whole experience. No. Just like, hey, Robert Downey Jr. dies at the end of Avengers Endgame. Now you're not going to want to go watch it. That fucking movie made bucket loads of money. Again, I do believe there were, because I take a little bit of a longer time to beat my games because of my schedule. I just can't sit still because I have work, obviously. I have bills to pay. And sometimes I just, like I said, I wake up now roughly around 9 or 10. I gotta do everything that I'm doing here between 10 and 1. Then at 1, I have to leave. And basically, I put it this way. That's not enough time for me to enjoy a game. I don't like rushing through the game, and I don't like to play a game and feel like I'm being rushed. So that's why I take the time to play these games as much as I want to on the weekends. But if I was like everybody else and I had enough time to play games, I would play more games, and I would play them quickly as everybody else do, or beat them maybe as soon as everybody else does. So, long story short, people knew that. People know that about me, and they proceeded to spoil Detroit Become Human for me. I think I was either halfway through the game when somebody spoiled it. Then I took a big break, and then I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go play through it." They told me somebody that died at the end. Now, I might not share this information because spoilers are just a part of culture. It's been a part of culture, this type of culture, for a long time now. When Heavy Rain first came out on the PS3, I believe it was Xbox fans that went out their way to spoil who dies at the end of the game or who was the killer at the end of the game. It was fucked up because the whole game was based around finding out who the Zodiac killer was. But what they didn't tell you is why he was doing it. So after taking a whole year away from playing that game because it really devastated me, it had been spoiled for me, I said, let me pick this up. I kind of don't remember the spoilers, but I kind of do. Let me play this game and see what's going on. I played that game. It's probably one of my favorite stories I've ever played on the PS3. It's such a good story. So to find out why he was the Zodiac killer meant more to me than him being the Zodiac killer and thinking that would spoil the whole experience. So I want you guys to think about that. We got a long way until you play The Last of Us. And even when we get to that day, people are still going to actively try to seek you out and spoil it. But understand this. Learning, figuring out what's going on in the story leading up to the spoiler means more than anything else. That's just me. I had to mature enough in life to understand that. Because if not, I'm just going to be stressed and pissed off at every time somebody tries to spoil something for me. It sucks. I think that they did spoil Infinity War. Yeah, people on the internet did spoil Infinity War for people, like talking about who dies. Even though they kind of got dusted, so I guess they're considered dead. But yeah, they did give a list. Somebody was spamming a list on the internet about who was dead, saying Spider-Man was dead at the end and shit like that. Like I've gotten a lot of shit spoiled for me. This is not the only thing, and I still went out and supported it. Infinity War, I probably watched that movie over 6 or 7 times.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it's to give an example, it's like someone saying to you, Luke Skywalker destroys the Death Star at the end of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Before you've seen Star Wars, and you're like, oh, damn it, is there any point in seeing Star Wars now?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you give it a fortnight, and everyone else is going, and they're coming out and saying, oh, you really ought to go, and they're not spoiling anything else about the film, and you think, oh, right, I'll go. And you find out a load more stuff. You find out how cool Princess Leia is.
Exactly.
And you're thinking, there's so much to this film beyond what I was
Naughty Dog has been working on The Last of Us for the whole game just to be the spoiler. For you to only play 2 minutes and then, okay, this happens and then this is it. There's a lot more to a video game than just the end. There's a lot more. I've watched so many movies. I watched a lot of TV shows. Obviously, I watched a lot of anime. And the one thing I know about anime is sometimes it has 3 types of endings until it doesn't. And I always thought that my experience watching so much anime would ruin the experience of the other animes that I plan on watching because I think I know how it's going to end. Either it's going to end on a cliffhanger, and it gets a second season. It's going to end on a cliffhanger, and then they can't fund it, and they don't get a second season. Everybody dies at the end of the anime, right? It's a happy ending anime. I want a sequel, but it doesn't get. I want a second season, but it doesn't get a second season. Happy ending, and it does get a second season. or there's some other ones, but it was a point where I was watching so much anime and I could just tell how the fuck it was gonna fucking end. But then there's animes that it didn't matter what I thought or how it was gonna fucking end. The anime, just one episode was so good. It was like, fuck it, I don't care. It was just so good. I was like, let me just keep fucking watching this shit, and I don't care about how I think it's gonna end. I I care about how good the anime is and how I can connect with individual characters. What is said through the story.
Well, there's a thing that I've been wondering, which is The Last of Us 2 a non-linear narrative adventure? In which case there are choices in the story where you make a different decision and you get a different ending.
I want to say one thing. I think there is.
Because I have a theory that the disgruntled employee, given a choice of being able to leak certain information to damage the game because he's upset with how he's been treated, he would pick the worst possible ending of all endings that you could achieve in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And my theory, based on what I've read of the spoilers, which I'm not going to disclose what the spoilers are, my understanding of the story is I'm thinking it can't be that bleak, right? It sounds incredibly bleak. So I'm thinking what happens is you play through the first time, you get the bleak ending, and you go away pissed. Then you play it through a second time, you make different decisions, and you have a happy ending.
Yeah, and look, there was a decision in part 1.
Yeah, it requires you actually learning from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And taking a different moral decision and going against what you might otherwise have done. And you almost have to deny yourself the game. So like the impulse to kind of like go around killing people, which is like the bread and butter of the game, you almost have to not do that in order to get the happy ending. And it's kind of like teaching a moral lesson, which is, nothing comes good out of revenge, And if that's the case, if they do that, it could be really good. But a lot of people, when they initially play it, will probably go, it's exactly like the leaks. Don't buy it. Leaks confirmed, all of that. They'll be missing the bigger picture, which is that they're trying something artistic.
I've done a study of those individuals. Those individuals didn't have if they say I'm not going to buy it because of the leaks, at least 90% of those individuals I've talked to, they don't have a PS4 and there's no evidence. Now, the other 10%, they have a PS4 and they're more on the casual side anyway. And what I mean by that is, if 4 of their friends say I'm going to get Call of Duty, and this is just an example, they're going to get that Call of Duty. So they're casual on a sheep side. So whatever's popular, if everybody else is going to hype it up, they're going to get it. Is Last of Us going to get hyped up once we see more gameplay trailers and shit? Yes. And those people that said they weren't going to get it, they're going to have no choice but to get it because they're going to see how good the gameplay is. The PC fans understand that there is no game on PC with gameplay like Last of Us, and nothing will live up to that game. Now, when you talk about Last of Us 2, they obviously know there's nothing they can do. So what would they do to try to get you to not support this game that's going to revolutionize the way that these type of games play with the gameplay elements that they've added? They're going to try to make the story bad. They're going because they know it's a single player game. They're going to say, well, this is this and this is that. Yeah, let's see if I spoil it for this person. Maybe he won't buy the game and he won't show how good the game is. Like, what? There are going to be so many people that buy this game. You're going to keep seeing it. This movement of spoiling the game is not stopping people from showing you how good the game is. And that's the true fear. They don't want it to be advertised. They don't want their favorite live streamers to play it. They don't want YouTubers like myself to play the game and continuously show them what they're missing. So they're hoping with this smear campaign and spoiler campaign that they're on about is that, well, this guy won't play it, and victory is ours. Victory? Yeah. What type of victory? Like, what are you playing that can live up to this? Because people are still gonna play it. That's the point I'm trying to make. No one's really gonna skip this game. If you're a Last of Us fan, you're not skipping this. You're just not.
Yeah, I mean, I once got on Twitter in an argument with Griffin Gaming.
Oh, God, not that guy.
And he posted a picture, and he got a stack of all of his consoles that he bought in the 8th generation, and it was like, you know, Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X. So he bought all of them, and then he bought a PlayStation, PlayStation Slim, and a PS4 Pro, and I think there was a Switch, and they're all piled up. And the point he was making in the tweet was, for this amount of money, he could have bought a really decent PC. And he was like lamenting having wasted the money. So I answered this tweet and say, first of all, I think I said something like, look, you had all of those, you enjoyed them all at the time, and now you're turning around and saying you'd sooner have the money now to buy something that's only just come available on the market now in terms of the PC, right? Mm-hmm. So in 2013, you had 500 for the Xbox One or the PS4, right?
Yeah.
And now you're looking at it in 2017 or whatever, and you're saying, oh, I wish I had that 500 or 1,000 now. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. You would have been without games for 4 years because you wouldn't have been getting any consoles for 4 years in order to save up the 1,000. You get a lower cost of entry to getting a console. You need at least 1,000 to get a decent gaming PC. So what are you talking about?
Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk a little bit more about. I'm about to click the link that Six Humor sent me on Twitter. So the laptop that I was gonna get was gonna be about $830. That's a lot for me. So I have something about myself that I believe in, right? I don't mind buying a shirt that's $20, but I don't want to buy a shirt that's $30. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$20 is a lot of fucking money. There's a lot of shit you can buy with $20 in this country. I get anime scrolls that are $20. I can find a headset for $20. You see what I'm saying? I will definitely spend more than that if I see the value in it. Other than that, it's like, whatever. It's also when it comes to games. Like, if it's a game that I definitely won't buy day one, I'm waiting for that game to be $20 or lower. It's simple as that. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to, like, laptop upgrades so far, until I go and get a desktop, when I move to DC, I'm getting a desktop layout. I want to get the desk. I want to have the monitors on the wall. I want that. But that's only when I move to DC next year if everything's right. But as of right now, before I move to DC, I'm going to have the laptop. But I still want a powerful laptop because I'm not getting rid of it when I get the desktop. I'm just going to have the laptop, and I will carry it around more and do more work on the go. I'm also planning on getting like a portable green screen, shit like that. Like, there's a lot of upgrades that I want to do, and I'm gonna do that shit. Obviously, it costs money, but I'm cool with that. So, I got teased on Twitter and on YouTube in my community section by a PC fan that says the GPU is weak. And I commented to him, I said, I'm not buying this laptop for gaming purposes. And it seems like it's going to be something I'm going to have to continuously repeat to these guys. It might be weak to you, but I'm not using it for the reason that you think I'm using it for.
Yeah.
I know the PS5 is going to be strong enough to get even more PC ports. This is what people need to understand. Uncompetitive. How many games on the PlayStation Store this generation you think came from Steam? Tons. Tons of them. There are so many games that came from PC, it's not even funny. So why would I go and get a PC or a laptop to play those PC games that are going to be on the platform of my choice next generation? I wouldn't. There's no point. I'm going to just buy them on PS5, or I'm going to play them on PS5. The laptop is for the pass through for the live stream, all of that other shit. And I'm very skeptical about buying this laptop because I could buy this laptop and a good amount of the features for live streaming and video creation on the PS5 could be announced after I buy the laptop, and then I feel like I just wasted money on the laptop. You see what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
laptop, I'll be honest, never gave me a problem. It never gave me a problem like it was gonna fucking die on me ever. I had this laptop since 2014. I've done everything on YouTube that I needed to do with this laptop. So it is what it is. Do I need an upgrade? No. Do I want to upgrade? Yes. Do I have the money to buy get an upgrade? Yes, I do. So I say right now, while I have the money, I might as well make use of it. Let me get this upgrade out the way, and then everything else I want to do, it's probably a little bit better. Quality would be better, shit like that.
Well, the only problem with getting a laptop is there's two problems. One is that you pay more for it.
Uh-huh.
If you're not using the mobile functionality of the whole thing, being able to work wherever you like and everything, then it's a bit of a waste. You're paying for something you're not using. The screen's going to be smaller, so your productivity is reduced compared to something that's connected to a bigger monitor.
Mm-hmm.
But the if it's in any way limiting you, and you've made a bad pick in terms of what's in it, you can't upgrade it. So it
care.
might
All
be worth
I care
looking.
is that if I can manage to find a way to put my foot inside of the laptop, that's all I really care about, man. Okay. So 6 Humor just sent me this laptop that's cheaper than the $800 laptop, and I'm just looking at this, just glancing at it. So it's gonna be 15.6 inches, right? That's not bad. Full HD gaming laptop, AMD Ryzen 7. I guess that's, again, I don't do the spec shit. Spartan will tell me about it. Ryzen, is it Ryzen or Ryzen?
Ryzen, yeah.
A Ryzen 7 R7-3750H, GeForce GTX 1650, 80 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, I guess, and 256 gigabytes of PCLE SSD. So I don't know.
How many gigabytes of SSD?
256 gigabytes.
Right. Well, I'd double that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an option to double that, but
I've got a computer with an SSD and it's 512, and I'm kind of pushing the limit on it, and I could do with it being a bit bigger.
But see, I still have that 1 terabyte external hard drive.
Yeah, I have that as well, but I mean, I use it for video editing.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Like, it's a lot of shit on my laptop that I don't need. And
I mean, when you're doing a project, what happens is you're doing a video editing project, and you put the stuff you're working on the SSD, so it's quicker to review and make a film out of. And then once you've done it, you upload it to YouTube, and then you archive your project to your hard drive, your external hard drive, and then you're back to using the SSD for another project. But I've found that 512 is better than, well, I mean, it's better than 256 would be, but I quite like to have 1 terabyte for my next computer. I mean, I've got an iPad Pro. I bought it a month ago, and that's 1 terabyte. So that's I don't know what you call it. I suppose it's flash.
Well, they're saying I can pay this
essentially
shit
the
off.
same as an SSD.
They're saying I could just do fucking installments of $70 a month.
Well, what's it? total up to over the whole period when you paid it off? What's the actual
The retail
final
price
price?
would be $750. So I mean, I could pay 70, 70, 70 and still keep the majority of money I have right now and still build on that money.
So is that like 0% finance?
I don't know. I don't see that.
Because if you multiply up the number of months you're paying for it by the price a month, you'll find out how much you have to pay, and it could be a lot more than if you buy it outright. And you want to have a warranty. I think Craig's quite sensible because he buys his things from Best Buy, and I think they come with a warranty. And that
This
way
is
you
from
can kind of
Walmart.
bring it back if it's something wrong with it, and they'll even like. No, it wasn't him. It was Lincoln Clay. He buys things from Best Buy, and then he has problems with them, and then he takes them back in, and they just give him another one from the back. And I'm thinking, well, that's paid for itself by just getting it there, you know, rather than hunting from a cheaper deal where you don't get that. I mean, Apple are quite bad because if you don't have a warranty from them, you get 90 days of coverage for faulty products. So you can spend a lot of money on one of their things, and it like 90 days later it goes wrong on the 91st day, and you're screwed over. They are quite reliable though. There's not
That's
a
your
lot to
fault,
go
though.
wrong with them, but that's not great when you spent so much money on them.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm gonna just say, right, the laptop that he showed me, I'm on Newegg and they're charging $1,000 for this shit. And the one that I see right there, they're only charging $750. So obviously this shit's more money than it's supposed to. It's less money than it's supposed to be. Cause Newegg, and I've been scrolling down, every type of version of this shit is over $1,000. One of them's fucking $3,000.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean,
look, I don't understand the thing with the PC gamers, bro. Like, you know, the PS5 is gonna be more powerful than a $500 fucking laptop or desktop, right? It's just
definitely,
true.
yeah.
But it's like, then they tell you, well, you should be a PC gamer. All these options, but the money, bro. The money.
Well, let me just stop you there for a second. Do you necessarily need something for streaming if the PS5 might well have that built in?
That's why I'm hesitant about pushing the buy button on any of the shit I've saw over the last fucking
Well, look,
hours.
why don't you wait until they at least announce PS5?
That's what I think I'm
It
gonna
could
do.
be in a couple of months. Might even be this month.
I'm hoping.
And then you know what the create button does.
Wait, what?
Because it's got a create button on it, hasn't it? On the DualSense. So if they say when you push this, it opens up. What's it called? That studio thing, the editing studio.
It's called Share Factory right now. But
yeah, Share Factory. They'll probably give it another name, right? And they'll have it make it so it's even easier to make videos. And it's like watching everything you've been doing on the system for the last, half hour or something, and it's already cached. So you've got all of that ready to work with or something. It's kind of streamed your stream for you. So any good moments that you want to make a video out of, you can make a video out of automatically. That's what I'd do if I was putting in a video editing software. I'd have it like capture not like it is on Xbox when you get to capture the last 5 minutes. It would do like half an hour. And then it would be 4K. Otherwise, why bother? 60 frames a second. So that's going to store quite a lot of information that way. And I think that it probably gives you the facilities to add your own narration to the whole thing and sort of say what you want to say about it.
After tax, it'll be a total of $794.99.
I would have thought prices of laptops are just going to plummet in the next year anyway, because the economy is going to be suppressed, and they're not going to be in a position. Most people will be in a position to buy anything. So anyone making laptops is going to be dropping prices to try and get rid of their inventory. I mean, Sick Humor will know, whether or not the spec that
I'm
you're
not
going
gonna lie.
for
Okay, so
is,
it's marked down
good,
out of
good for
1,000
streaming or
though.
not.
It is a markdown out of 1,000. I forgot to see that. So it's supposed to be $999. So
Mm-hmm.
it's $749 after tax is gonna be $794. Newegg, which I've been using last night to look at stuff better than Amazon. I just I typed this in. Every last one of these they kept it at 1,000. So this is, I would say, a bargain. It definitely can do everything I needed to do, but I probably should wait. But I got the link, so I'll check it out. But I'm giving PlayStation, I'm giving them until the middle of fucking May to either reveal the PS5 or announce that they're going to reveal the PS5. Something like that. Because like I said, I will be really fucking pissed if I go out here and get a laptop or a desktop and the PS5 is doing the create bullshit that I needed.
Yeah, I think it probably will.
Yeah.
And, it won't hurt. I mean, if you're going to get your laptop with a view to making videos about the PS5, only the PS5 does that facility, that's kind of like, why did you get the laptop?
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of felt that way.
And if it doesn't, if the PS5 doesn't have that facility, then you get the laptop.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're going to know either way. When the PS5 gets fully announced.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
They got Streets of Rage 4 and it's marked down by 10% on the PS4. Thank God.
I don't think it's going to be that long before we know more about both of these consoles. Because I'm thinking if the US is opening back up again, and they're talking about there being a general strike, right? And I'm thinking, okay, look, politically it's quite sensitive. They're probably going to reopen again in a month. They might try and reopen before May the 1st. I don't know.
Who are you talking about?
In America, they're talking about reopening states, and there are people who've got business.
They're already doing that. They're stupid. They're already doing it. Don't worry about it.
They're flouting the law, and they're reopening restaurants and stuff already. But I'm just thinking that if they reopen, it's kind of a good time at the moment when everyone's stuck at home to kind of announce, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Everyone's around to watch that announcement, and then they could do a Sony digital event and they could do a Microsoft digital event, and everyone's there to watch it. But if everyone's back at work, they're not necessarily allowed to see it. So I think it's going to have a lot more impact if they show off their stuff and just forget about the timing of E3 and say, oh, no, it has to be happening around the time E3 happens. Why? What logic is that? I mean, if they're not prepared and they haven't got trailers for things, then fine, I understand. But they've got these leaks for The Last of Us, and it doesn't look like it's not finished. So it seems to me that they could, do an event next week.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the main topic of this shit. I mean, that's a great idea. That's the thought in the back of my mind. PS5 gets announced, and obviously, hey, it's gonna be powerful. It's gonna have SSD and all of this other fancy shit. But the other stuff in it, the interface, the create button, which obviously they understand because they changed it. They changed the name. They understand that they know that is going to be the system where you can do so much shit and you won't, let's say, need a fucking PC to do shit. So I'm excited about learning more about the PS5, like I said, before I make a decision. If I do have to get a new laptop, sorry, it will probably be because this one ever like fucks up on me. But as you know, man, I've done shit. I've done a lot of shit with this laptop. I'm not even fucking lying, bro. If I don't gotta upgrade, I'm not gonna upgrade. But if the shit like starts like kind of dying on me, then I'm probably gonna have to upgrade. But I'm matching that shit, bro. If the PS5 comes out at $500, whatever laptop anybody recommends to me better be $500 fucking dollars. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest, man. Especially if it's not gonna be for gaming, which it won't be. You know? But nobody can ever do that. They can't do that shit for a desktop. You talk to a PC fan, I say, hey, can you find me a desktop for $200 when the PS4 went down to $200 on Black Friday? They laughed at me. I was like, well, the PS4 is $200 and it's doing more than a $200 laptop. So what's the problem? Can you match it? But you can't. You know? Fuck out of here. Let me go see what's going on here. I see everybody's comments. Let me see. Let me see what you're saying. Crom. Most do, that's terrible. Do on my PC better and cheaper. Crom. If you don't mind, I'm gonna get your ass out of here. Have fun. What's going on, Freeze Vamp? I don't know who you are. It seems like you're new. Mormon Best, you say you guys spoiled Red Dead 2 for us. You guys weren't gonna buy the game to play the story anyway. Why are you acting like the spoiler stopped you from playing the fucking story? We knew you wanted the game for modding purposes. You did not want to enjoy the story. A PC fan coming to a console fan pretending as though they care about playing the game completely as is the biggest fucking joke I've ever heard. We know you guys have a horrible record of not beating your games. You will mod your games before you beat them. So please stop. Please. Dumbest shit I ever heard. How many times have you saw Furtenga beat a game in front of you? Never. You don't see idiots like that do it because they don't care about the fact of playing through a game. They want to have it at max settings. They want to play around with the mods. Most of them want to pirate the game. They don't really care about supporting a developer. They don't really care about beating a game and 100% and everything. I have every right to spoil the fucking game for you guys. I 100% beat Horizon Zero Dawn. I 100% beat Death Stranding. If I want to spoil the fucking game for you, I'm going to spoil it for you. But I'm not spoiling it for you. I'm going after the PC gamers. The people that plan on buying the game. Because you guys went after PlayStation gamers. The people that were planning on buying The Last of Us. You purposely did that with intent to hurt this developer and hurt this company. You guys are evil. But like you said, I'm not hurting the company, right? Because Sony already got the money they needed to get from Horizon Zero Dawn, and I could care less about Death Stranding because that was on Kojima to announce a game was going to another platform or fuck up his own sales of his game. So I could care less what it does on PC. But I don't want to... I want everybody to be 100% clear on this, right? Whatever happens with the PC version of Death Stranding and Horizon Zero Dawn, the sales were going to be low regardless. Okay? Let's talk about this real quick. Let's deep dive into this. How many PC fans have talked about them buying Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding? How many of them have pre-ordered the game? How many of them have proof that they pre-ordered the game? How many of them have proof that they went out and bought Doom Eternal at full price? You see what I'm saying? I got a huge library. Let me go over it. multi-plot library. I think I got 20 games in it. So I got Pac-Man Champions for free. I got Plants vs. Zombie Warfare Day 1. I wanted that game. I think that was exclusive for PC and Xbox for like a whole year or something. I still went out and got it Day 1. It's a really good game. Plants vs. Zombies Warfare, the first one. Crew 2, I got that at $15. Grand Theft Auto 5, I got that 3 different times. Or was it 4 different times? I think it was 4 different times. I think I got it physical for PS3, digital for PS3, physical for PS4, digital for PS4. Watch Dogs 2, got that at a reduced price. No Man's Sky, got that Day 1. Mafia 3, I think that was free on PlayStation Plus. Transformers Devastation, free on PlayStation Plus. Obviously, even after I knew the game was going to PC, I still played Death Stranding, beat the story, loved the story. Horizon Zero Dawn, beat that 3 years ago, platinumed it. Sonic Mania, got that Day 1. What up? I got a lot more multiplats than that. There we go. Monster Hunter World. I've been talking about Monster Hunter since I played it on the PSP right out of high school. Lovely fucking game. Great game. Played the shit out of it. Would have went for the platinum if it wasn't for RNG, something like that. I got Trails of Mana Day 1, but I haven't played it yet. Dragon's Crown Pro. I had Dragon's Crown on the Vita and PS3 last gen. Kingdom Hearts 3, even though it was also on Xbox, I still went out and supported the game Day 1. Still haven't beaten it yet. Dragon Quest 11, Day 1. Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I never had any, like, a heads up that the game was going to go multi-plot, but after seeing the current trend of Japanese games going to PC and Switch, I figured this game was going to be on that market, and it did. But I have it now again, digital. Neo. I got Neo Day 1. I did not support Neo 2 because I felt that the developer should have put the second installment on PC day and date instead of trying to surprise people like they weren't going to put it on there, but then they end up putting it on there anyway. So I expect that announcement that Neo 2 is going to PC sometime in the next 3-4 months. I supported Gravity Rush 1 and 2 Day 1, and I got Gravity Rush on the PS Vita as well. Dragon's Quest, no, not Dragon's Quest. This is Star Ocean, sorry. Star Ocean, Integrity and Faithfulness, that was Day 1 on PS4. I got Ultimate Marvel Alliance 2 times. I got that on PS3 and PS4. Let's go over to the fighters. King of Fighters 14. I continue to play and enjoy this game even after it was announced for PC. It's a great game. Override, Mech City Brawl, Multiplat. EA Sports, UFC 3. I became a big fan of UFC ever since boxing fell. So I got that at a reduced price. Injustice 2, got that Day 1, even though it was multiplat. Brawl Out, big fan of Smash Brothers, big fan of PlayStation All Stars. I got this game as an alternative, played the shit out of it. Also, it came out on the Switch and PC before it came out on PS4, and I still got it Day 1 as soon as it dropped on the store. Fighting EX Layer, I believe that's on PC as well. Still got it. Mortal Kombat 11, that was a multi-plat. Didn't care. Got it Day 1. What is it? Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid. I think that was on cell phone and PC before it came to PS4 and shit. Still got it Day 1. Oh, here we go. Shooters. Battlefield 5, multi-plat. Still got it. Still had to. I love Battlefield. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, not even a Call of Duty fan, still got it. Doom Eternal, got it Day 1, no question about it. World War Z, got that at a reduced price. BioShock Infinite, the BioShock collection, got that for free, PlayStation Plus. Titanfall 2, got that at a reduced price, but really enjoyed the story and need to go back and beat it. Doom, the 2016 one, I got that. That's the free section. This is the racing section. Need for Speed this generation. I got that. Reduced price. Crash Team Racing. Got that. Supported that game day fucking one. Gran Turismo Sport. Exclusive to this day. Supported that day one. Wipeout Omega Collection. Supported that day one. Obviously, Drive Club. Here's a racing game that is not on land. This is Aquamoto Racing Utopia. It reminded me a lot of Wave Race on the N64, so I got this as soon as it was available. I had been watching it for months since the developer talked about the prospect of the game coming to the PS4. As soon as it went to the PlayStation Store, I was ready. I picked that damn game up. Did I miss any games? No, the rest of them are exclusive, so I didn't want to cover those because you guys already know I picked those up. And as of today, I am a proud owner of Streets of Rage 4 for the PS4. So, any questions? Do we see PC fans like supporting games at all? Like big ticket games? Do they play them? Do we see this? I don't think so. I'm within all of my rights to call these guys trolls and not gamers. I will not respect these guys by calling them gamers. Because the majority of these idiots running around spoiling Last of Us don't play games. They don't care about gaming. They care about trolling. That's their pastime. So what section would I put Streets of Rage in? I'm thinking I'm putting it in multiplats, but I want to put it in fighters. It's a brawling game, but it's not a fighting game. But it is a fighting game, so I'm putting it in the fighting section. Fuck it. Clock. It's not 5 o'clock over here. It's only 12:11.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have been at 5 o'clock for me, so that would have been 10 minutes ago. So it's happened.
You think that broke the internet?
That might have broken the internet, yeah. But I mean, there's already been one response video posted already by Wally B. So for him to do that,
can you guys hear me? Because they say it's an hour and 7 out of 2. I'm ending this live stream, bro.